continue to bless all of our courageous service members and their great families. God bless this ferocious United States Army, and God bless this amazing United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, performers, stage crew, let the show begin.
The most rewarding part about the Soldier Show is going to highly deployed areas like your Fort Hoods, your Fort Carsons, your Fort Braggs, your Fort Stewarts, Fort Drum, and having those families come out and knowing that their father is or their mother is on a deployment, and having children and the spouses come out and enjoy the show, and we're actually giving back to them. We've had a couple of times where, you know, children come out of the crowd and they're crying and they thought they saw their daddy on stage, and so it's kind of heart-wrenching to see that. But it makes you feel really proud and feels like you're giving something back to the families, to the soldiers. The amount of time it takes for us to, when we break seal on the trucks, to load in and everything's ready for a show, usually takes about 6 hours. To get the stage up, just by everything manually, making sure that all the lights are hung. The lighting technician has to go through a process called an XYZ, where Sergeant Chapman will make sure that all of our lights are hitting their points. If one of the lights do have an issue, she fixes that issue via software, and then if the software doesn't fix the issue, then she does go in and fix it manually during the show. The light cues are programmed by a man called Paul Turner. He's actually our lighting designer and programmer. We give him the stage every night, and he goes through and he programs the light cues. I believe we have over 800 light cues this year. We have 32 automated fixtures, and then we have, I believe, 103 conventional lights. The audio guy, Specialist Sabara, will run through and do a thing called pinking the house, is where he floods it with white noise and then EQs the house from there. Specialist Moore, he's the backstage audio. He will go through and make sure that the whole wireless systems are working. And then Sergeant Sadler's in charge of the props and wardrobe, and we'll make sure that all that's set up after the performers are done setting up. It usually takes the performers about 4 hours to get the grid and the lights and everything hung and then up in the air. And then it takes the technicians another 2 hours to refine the system.
Well, the process of putting the Soldier Show together would be, first, you know, you start out by basically getting all the voices trained. You want to try to get all voices on one accord. There's a lot of tuning with the vocal coach that goes into that 12 to 18 hours a day. You know, just you got to break up groups. You know, who's your sopranos, who's your altos, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of choreography as well. Like I said, the big thing with that is stamina. You got to have stamina. So we go out to the track and we'll be running and singing in a group, and we can do that all day sometimes in yoga and Pilates. Physical preparation here at the Soldier Show is it can be very intense. Like I say, yoga and Pilates, that's not something that I would normally do, you know, just out and about. But since coming here, it's been something that I've had to take on, and it's actually been very helpful for me. Some of the physical warm-ups and exercises that we do, like I said, running around the track and singing, stuff like that. You can be down in Pilates or yoga positions with your legs up in the air, with your stomach's tightened, glutes tightened, if your legs are not out. I mean, when it goes to that, it's almost like a basic training all over again with the Pilates and yoga. One main thing that I get out of performing in the Soldier Show is what I can give to my audience. You have families out there, you know, some of their loved ones may be deployed into theater, and, you know, they come here looking for, you know, that little piece of love, and going on that stage and, you know, being able to give them that, being able to have them walk away and say, you know, I really enjoyed that, you know, that did it for me, you know, that it's a great feeling. I mean, if you can bring that out there and have them go home feeling great about themselves, out the kids, you know, laugh, have a good time, singing their way out the door, that's always a great feeling. I love it.